Hi Aries, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your May 2024 tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of May. Remember Aries, we came out of a huge month of April, especially for you all. You all were the darlings of the month with that huge solar eclipse in your sign. We also was in Mercury retrograding in your sign. We had that huge Uranus and Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Taurus. And so this has been a huge month for the collective back in April. And now in May, we are moving out of this energy. This is going to be new beginnings for many of us. And especially for you all, Aries, I do think that once Mercury exits your sign here in actually the latter part of April, it moved out of your sign, but in May, around May 5th, I think, or so, is when it will be fully past the retrograde shadow. I do think that more information is going to be available for you. I think communications will be smoother for you. So I think this is a great thing. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. Thank you to all my new and returning subscribers. Please take a look at the links below. I have highlighted those April readings if you didn't have a chance to look, as well as all the dates for May are below. All right, Aries, let's get into it. You start off the first week of May with the Seven of Cups, as well as the Two of Swords. Second week of the month finds you with the Empress, Major Arcana card here in the reverse, as well as the Five of Cups, also in reverse. Third week of May finds you with the Seven of Swords, as well as the Seven of Pentacles. Actually three sevens on the ground. I'm looking 7, 7, and 7. Okay. And last part of the month, fourth week, you have the Page of Cups, as well as the Four of Wands. Really glad to see that Four of Wands at the end of the month, Aries, because it does look like there's quite a bit of indecision possibly this month. You having to contemplate working possibly with other people. There is definitely some conversations here around you needing to get clarity on an area of your life. Let's continue to pull our cards. Spirit, if you can send Aries a card representing the energy they left out of April with, okay? This is going to be the energy you are bringing into May. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So for many of you all, Aries, the month of April was one in which you were feeling like you needed to fight or be able to move through energy of resources, money. This could have also been a time where you were like contemplating when money was coming. You were wanting action, but possibly with Mercury retrograding and all the other energy, it didn't feel like it was coming either fast enough. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles is usually standing still, so it's more of a like waiting period. So I do feel like some of you all have been possibly waiting on some money information. I do think that for many of you all, a decision needed to be made possibly back in April, and now that comes into May. So keep that in mind as we go through your reading. Some of you could come to a point this month where you are needing to make that decision, and you're able to now that Mercury is direct. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. Spirit, if you could send Aries an extra message here for their month of May. And you have light. Beautiful, beautiful card here, Aries, with light. For many of you all, I do think darkness was possibly a huge thing for you in April, just because of all of the solar eclipse energy in your sign. There could have been some moments there where you had some inspiration, but then other times that you didn't feel like you were fully on board with what was going on around you, or feeling like you didn't have control. Here in May, this light is showing you where is it in your life, Aries, that you can take control of your destiny. Where is it that the light that possibly you didn't see or feel, you are now feeling it in this month? And I do think that with all these decisions that are coming up this month, you are feeling such light and abundance with all the opportunities that are coming your way. So that's really nice to see. And I do think, Aries, that for many of you all, this is going to be like a enlightening month, okay? I do feel like some of you are going going to get more clarity this month. I do think at the beginning of the month, you're still contemplating some type of decision that needs to be made. You do have some indecision there with the Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. Once you get into mid-month, there is a sense of where is it that you are no longer feeling trapped by your decisions. And I do think that that Five of Cups in reverse is a really positive sign. You're no longer feeling sorry for yourself or only focusing on one thing. But by time you move into this third week, I do think this is interesting because here with the Seven of Swords and Seven of Pentacles, many of you all are trying to get a project, a business, something off the ground, but someone has some type of playing mind games with you. So be careful that third week. But by time you end the month, it looks like some positive opportunities come up with you and a business partner, or you and your spouse or friends. Really nice to see that at the end of the month. So let's go week by week, Aries, and let's see what astrological influences you are dealing with. I do think that many of you all are going to be really fired up at the beginning of May because we ended April with Mars moving into your sign. Remember, Mars in your sign means action. Mars is most comfortable in your sign. So for many of you all, even though this decision is possibly lingering around, possibly you need to find out where you're moving to. Maybe you're in the process of looking for a job, or you are trying to get on a new health routine. There's some type of decision needing to be made at the beginning of the month, and you're still in this kind of like analysis paralysis. I do think once Pluto retrogrades beginning on the 2nd in Aquarius, and then Mercury is conjunct Chiron in your sign on the 6th, really just pay attention to your energy levels. Make sure that this isn't burdening you. I do think, Aries, that it's going to come. You're not going to be able to force whatever that decision is. But I do think by time you're getting to the second week of May, some kind of conversations you have possibly with friends, possibly you're starting to meditate or get out into nature. I do think by time that Taurus New Moon comes on May 7th, many of you all are feeling better about your decision. I feel like you all come to this light that we just mentioned back here. There is this conversation that you have with yourself and you're like, you know what? No more feeling sorry for myself. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to make a decision. If you are indeed looking for a new place to live, you start actively doing so. There's something here where you're no longer worried about what the decision is that you need to make. So that's really good to see. Now, by the time you get to that third week of the month, May 13th and May, let's see, what is the other date? May 13th and I believe it's 18th. Yes, May 13th and 18th are really big for the collective. The Sun is conjunct Uranus on the 13th and the Sun is conjunct Jupiter on the 18th. Both of these are activation points from that April 20th time of the great conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. Many of you all are having some kind of financial news come to you throughout that week, May 13th through 18th. But many of you all are also concerned that you have either a business partner trying to steal some ideas or maybe a competitor, but just stick to your own guns. I do feel like many of you all are having some really surprise news around your business and finances that third week. So it could be really positive for you, Aries. So really just look at where is it that maybe people are coming into your life during that week to figure out where is it that you need to pivot, okay? Now, by the time you end May, we are ending with the Sun entering Gemini on the 20th. We have a Sagittarius full moon on the 23rd, and then Venus and Jupiter both enter Gemini the 23rd and 25th, and we end the month with Mercury conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Surprise financial news could come at the very end of the month. I do think for many of you, this Four of Wands is depicting somewhere your partner or a friend or a colleague gets really really good news, and you all are celebrating by the end of the month. So I'm really glad to see that, because it's like you had this indecision point at the beginning of the month, but by the time you end the month, celebrations are occurring. Maybe you moved into a new place, or you found a new place, or a new job. Something comes up by the end of the month, as long as you can get past that Seven of Swords. So overall, Aries, I think this is going to be a really good May for you. I do think if you can find that light, it's going to be a much better month. So I hope you all have a great May. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I'll talk to you later.